switch just flipped like that. That was impressive.
Oh, we're recording.
Lights, camera, action.
They can't know that I was such a diva earlier. And I was demanding everything.
Yeah.
How are you? How's your day?
Today wasn't great. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. I got up earlier because I knew I had a lot of work to do because I thought I had a meeting, and then I didn't have that meeting. Mm-hmm. And then I had to get my guarantor papers overnighted to me so that way I can give them to the leasing office. And I gave them to them today, and they were like, "You filled this out wrong." And I was like, "No, there's no way I filled this out wrong because I asked you 30,000 questions to ensure that I did not fill this out wrong." Because it was such a pain in the ass for my guarantor to get it all done. He isn't super tech savvy, so it's hard to get anything from him. Mm-hmm. And I got into a fight. I hated the person that I was, but I was so frustrated.
With who?
With the person at who was working at the leasing office, because they got into it with me. And then my broker told me that they were doing shady shit to make sure that I got into the apartment on time, but they didn't inform me on the plan because apparently I was supposed to hand the papers to someone else. But when I got there and I was like, "Can I talk to the manager?" The person who I was supposed to talk to, he was like, "Well, she's not here right now. I'm the one that would do anything." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And so I gave him the papers. And then my broker told me, he was like, "Yeah, you were supposed to give the papers to the other person. You actually handed them to the one person who would be really upset because one of the forms wasn't filled out correctly, I guess. And he's the only one that would take it seriously."
How the hell would you know that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And my broker was gaslighting me into making me think it was my fault. And he's like, "Well, Savannah, we paid it forward by letting you get into your apartment early. So now you need to pay it forward and get these papers signed." And I'm just I spent $30 to get this paperwork overnighted. Mm-hmm. I'm not doing that again. And they're like, "No one's asking you to." And I'm like, "But you are. You're saying you need this paperwork that's coming from Michigan to get here and overnighted. That costs money."
Right.
It's so I started crying in the office.
That sounds about right.
Yep. And then I walked the 20 blocks it took to get home, even though it was freezing. Cause I was thinking about it today. I was like, do you ever I feel like this happens in New York where you need a numb walk, a walk to just feel nothing.
Oh yeah.
And it's kind of and at this time of year, it's kind of painful, but in a good way. You need that just to just to release a little bit. That's the type of walk I had today.
Yeah, I've done that after getting fired one time. No, I definitely know what that walk is.
Yeah, I feel like I've been doing it a little bit too often lately, but it's helping. I think they help.
I don't know. Have you ever seen Arrested Development?
No.
Oh, okay. There's a part where it's the Charlie Brown song was da-da-da-da-da. It's they would play that song in moments where they were just shot down or they failed at something. Mm-hmm. And so maybe that's your numb walk was just the Charlie Brown theme song.
Honestly, that's what it felt like. Mm. It really was. I had a singular tear running down my face and it was just really dramatic, but I needed it. I listened to some emo music on my over the head headphones and it felt really good.
But you're here though, you moved in.
Yeah.
So it's they can't kick you out.
They can't. It's just this process has been so frustrating.
Yeah.
I've never needed papers notarized before. Mm. He's like, "Well, any official document needs to be notarized." And I was like, "I understand that, but I've never not signed a lease digitally." And he's like, "Well, yeah, other people do it digitally." And I'm like, "Yeah, why can't you?" Mm-hmm. You guys are in the Stone Age here. I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, I feel a lot of companies refuse to go, I still pay check with my rent. Yeah.
Well, the frustrating thing is the day that I moved in, essentially, this building went under new management. And but my lease is through the old management still. So I have to complete the paperwork with them, even though the new management wouldn't give a shit, according to my broker. Mm-hmm. Does it all digitally and everything like that. And I was like, "Oh, awesome. My timing was great." And also because of that, they're still transferring all of the paperwork to the new company. So I can't use my intercom yet because the new management needs to do it, and they said that they can't until they get all of the paperwork. And I'm just like, I'm just trying to buzz my food delivery in, guys. Like, come on. I can't keep going up and down like this. The elevator's slow.
We need you to sign your life away before we can put you in the intercom.
Yeah, like, come on.
So dumb.
So dumb. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, this is a real example of how shitty finding an apartment in New York is. Even when you're successful, you still somehow fail.
Yeah, deadass. It's like all of these great things happened with this apartment. Like, honestly, I feel so proud of myself for like getting here because like I did it all by myself. Yeah, I mean, I have like a guarantor, but like.
But you shouldn't let like these assholes like.
I know.
Make you
I'm trying
bad.
so hard not to. It just like is getting so like frustrating. Like continuing to do. Like I'm trying to like move past it all and like. Enjoy my apartment. And
right. But this happened today?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, it's still fresh.
I know.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. But I did take myself on like a little lunch date, and I had some nice ramen and read a book.
Oh, I saw your post. I was jealous.
Yeah, it was nice.
Ramen.
Today was so chilly, and the heat in this apartment just like doesn't.
See, I love that you're saying it's chilly. I thought it was warm.
Really? I've been frozen.
Really? It was like 53 degrees out.
My heat doesn't turn on, and like it just like is cold. Like my bedroom's like at least 15 degrees colder than it is in here. That boy's turned on, brother.
Okay.
Yep.
Just
don't worry.
Just
the girly boss got the knowledge.
Dotting all the T's, crossing the I's. Just making sure. I'm sorry you're cold. It's not fun being cold. I mean.
It's not.
And you work indoors. I feel like people who like work inside are colder, more susceptible. What's the word? Susceptible to the cold. Like they get colder easier.
See, the thing is I'm not a cold person. I'm normally a sweaty person. Like I'm sweating all the time. So it's like also shocking that I'm cold. So that means it has to be cold in here. You're also wearing like 30 layers.
Yes, I am.
So
I've been sweating all day.
You could like take off a layer or two.
But I like the look.
Oh. I'd hate to mess with the look. I'm here for a good vibe.
Thank you. Yeah. And I pretty much, oh my God, did I tell you, I overheard this the other day? Someone was talking, it was at my job, someone was talking to someone else about how they used to live in Soho. And they're like, yeah, I used to live in Soho, but I identified with Tribeca. And I was just like, I want to throw up right now. I need to get out of here. And so I'm kind of feeling like a Soho vibe right now, just like, because I live right next to it. And so I'm trying to like, get my fashion sense up. Ooh, is it weed?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
It's cool. One of my friend boys introduced me to it. It's two different cartridges. One's indica and one's sativa, and you click a button on the button. A button on the bottom.
Bottom on the button. That's the title of this episode. Bottom on the button.
You press it, and it changes between the cartridges.
That's so fancy.
I'm pretty sure the blue one's blueberry pie. So you press the button.
Yeah. Got it. Okay. Blueberry pie.
It's blueberry pie and Georgia pie. Okay, kill yourself.
I always take long hits.
Oh my God.
I love hurting my lungs. No, I don't. That's nice though.
Isn't it?
It pulls well.
Yeah, it was like $60, but I mean it's a double cartridge.
Right. I mean, if you're modest with it, you can make it last a long time.
Yeah.
And you can recharge it. I'm
relatively modest, I would say.
I can get into my zones where I'm just like, more. I want more.
I don't normally smoke until like I'm off the clock. So like I don't start smoking until 5 p.m.
So, well, I'm the same way. Yeah. Unless I have nothing going on that day and I'm bored as fuck. Yeah. Then I'll smoke. But I really,
like on the weekends, I will.
But I do I treat it like alcohol. I don't smoke until 5.
Same.
Or until I have nothing else going on. Mm-hmm. I have worked while stoned and I don't prefer it.
I just am so lazy. Yeah. When I'm stoned, I just like cannot.
And I'm just like scared of everything when I'm high.
I've never had that issue. Like people are always paranoid or scared, and like I just like.
Yeah. It really depends on the strain, honestly. Like sometimes I'll go to these random smoke shops that just I really don't think they're being truthful on what they're selling. Yeah. Or they don't even know what it is. So some of it can really bring anxiety. Mm-hmm. But like I'm trying to go to more just like dispensaries because like they list out like what are you gonna feel and like what it does and
Yeah.
so it's like nice to know what it is.
Right.
But yeah, so that's fun. Cookies must be a thing. It's like all over Lower Manhattan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He hangs out there, I think. So, I mean, I guess it... I don't actually know. I don't know much about him. But he's
Nice.
a cool kid, I would say.
Yeah. He knows how to get a double cartridge.
Yeah. It's impressive. Takes a lot.
Yes.
Speaking of... Fireman ended things with me
Okay.
in like a snap.
Whoa.
It was very jarring.
But are you surprised?
Actually, yes.
Why?
because because we were talking like just like last week, he like came over and like we were talking about how like neither of us like expected to like each other as much as we did. And then he essentially was like, well, I'm not going to end things with you. Like, you would be the one to end this.
Oh.
And he straight up said that. And he told me that he wasn't dating other people. And so then on Monday, he was texting me all day. And, like, that's how he normally, like, we normally text each other all day, every day. And then Tuesday, I didn't hear anything from him. And at 7:30, I texted him and I was like, did I do something? And he was like, honestly, he said, honestly, I feel like I need to take a step back because things are feeling really messy. And I was like, messy, ? And he's like, well, my friend like set me up with this other girl and she wants to see where it goes. And I don't feel like messing around. And I was just like, literally all I responded with was, oh, okay. And then like I like sat on it and I was like thinking to myself and I was like, absolutely not. This man is not going to sit here and say this shit to me. And so I texted him again and I was like, this isn't really adding up considering what you said last week and that you also said that you weren't like dating anyone else. And he straight up never responded to me, but then looked at all of my Instagram stories.
I'm going to tell you, men suck.
Fucking suck.
But I'm going to tell you, you had an opportunity to end it. You could have been the one on ending things.
Well, and that's why I'm so salty about it. I'm like, how dare he be the person to end things with me? Like, Saturday or Sunday, we had a conversation where, we were talking about, like, our relationship and if, like, we were still okay with where it was because, like, we didn't commit to anything. And I, like, made a comment and he was like, you didn't mean that in, like, this way, did you? And I said, no. And he was like, okay, phew, like, thank goodness. And because we were both on the same page that, like, we weren't, like, serious.
Uh-huh.
And
well,
like,
now I'm curious what the comment was. Do you want to share or no?
I don't know. I don't remember what it was.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of text messages since then. Like, we text each other all day, every day. So it was so weird that he just, like, cut off things, like, with me so abrupt. Like, first of all, how are you going to not text me all day, and then I have to be the one to confront you about it?
Yeah.
And then you say it's messy.
Everything seems super normal the day before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, literally went to sleep with things being normal.
Weird.
Yeah. So, yeah, tragic fate.
But what you've told me about him,
Oh, no, it really shouldn't have been a thing. So it's
right.
like, fine. It's fine. It's just my ego's a little bruised because I'm like, how dare he cut things off with me?
Yeah. You're editing this one.
I hope he's listening to it, too, because he said that he listened to all my podcasts. So.
Well, I don't know if we've been super descriptive of him.
Mr. Fireman.
Yeah.
He knows who he is.
Yeah, he does, but no
one else. Yeah.
There's a lot of firemen in the city. Well, I'm sorry. You had to deal with that.
No.
But I'm sure that's not the end of everything.
Between him and I?
No, between you and other people.
Oh, yeah.
So.
I'm never going to date again.
Yeah. It's over. You can't get a firefighter to like you, then you're screwed.
Yeah, like what can I get?
Something's wrong with you.
Fuck you. Oh.
No, that was total sarcasm. You know how sarcastic I am around you. You knew I didn't necessarily like him from the beginning.
Oh, no one liked him.
Yeah. And now he sees me saying that, and I don't know what he looks like, but he knows what I look like.
Uh-oh.
So
He's going to come fight you?
Or burn my apartment down.
C'est la vie.
Yeah. Well, there's always more.
I'm going to just start flirting with all the firemen that's right outside my building.
Oh, yeah, maybe they know him.
Yeah.
Did you ever find out that these guys have a Dalmatian?
No. I didn't know that was a question that I was supposed to be asking.
Oh, you didn't need to, but I do know of there's a firehouse by me that has a Dalmatian, and it's like a thing. We all have egos that can get hurt, and it's good to know that, I think. It's good to know that your ego can be damaged, and so you don't identify with that, Because if you identified with being broken up with as in something is wrong with you, nothing's wrong with you. It's just you're being the ego. You're just being like, oh shit, this person doesn't want to be with me. Then that must mean I'm not enough, or I'm not a good person, and that's not true. It's just, I honestly think you dodged a bullet. Like I feel like I've kind of. I don't know. I'd like to think I made that clear. Like, this guy's
No. Yes, you're so right.
But I just think.
I just like texting someone all day, every day.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that's you though. That's like you want that. What is it? Attention? Do you want that attention?
Yeah, I just want attention so bad.
Yeah. And you're getting it. Like, see, that's
I know, but not anymore. So now I'm sad.
No. But you are though. Just not from that guy. You're still getting attention from other people, from the other guy.
No.
What?
I haven't heard from him.
Well,
R.I.P. to my sex life.
Shut up, okay?
I'm so sorry.
I haven't had sex in over a month, and I'm like.
I apologize.
I'm trying to. Sorry, but that's my own issue. What I was saying was like, yes, again, nothing's wrong with you. It just seemed to all end around the same time. Mm-hmm. I don't think that really doesn't have anything to do with you. I think it's just the timing. I also believe that when it rains, it pours, So like, it's either like for me, it's either a giant dry spell or I'm talking to a bunch of people at the same time. Like,
yeah.
And I don't want to do that. That's just how it happens for some reason.
Yeah. I was actually talking to upstairs the other day because he was having an issue with finding work because he's a freelancer. Yeah. And like he was like unemployed for like 2 or 3 months or something.
Yeah.
And looking for something, and then all of a sudden he got like 2 or 3 jobs all at one time. And he was like, oh yeah, feast or famine. And I was like, I like that. Like,
no, literally.
Like,
I mean, you're kind of, do you freelance at all, or is it?
I'm a freelancer, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I just have steady freelancing stuff.
Right. Like I freelance too, but like I feel the same way about him. It's like some days I feel like I'm living large because like I worked a lot, and then there's months you'll go with barely working, and then you're like, shit, I hope I have canned soup under the fucking sink, you know, because I can't afford groceries.
Right.
Like it's a crazy life, but it can be real fun though.
I know. I feel like I was living life on the edge last week.
Oh yeah.
Now I just need to chill.
Yeah.
Relax. I was like almost homeless, but I made it through.
Yeah. Well, that was just circumstances, I think.
Yeah, but it was also terrifying. Everyone was like, Savannah, what are you going to do?
Yeah,
and
that's
I was like,
freaky.
I don't know.
It's that's why I'm afraid to leave my apartment, even though it's not the greatest place, but it's like, at least I have a place to sleep. Like, like that's why I'm so afraid to move in this fucking city.
Yeah, I'm hoping that I can stay here for a while, honestly. I mean, I don't know because obviously I haven't even lived here for a week yet, so maybe there's going to be like 1,000 things wrong. I mean, there's already a few things wrong, but it's like stuff like my super can fix.
Right.
So.
Yeah. No, I think so far, it's been.
I moved in on Saturday.
Fuck, it hasn't even been a week.
I know.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's an old building. They all have shit wrong with them. I just pray that your super is fun. It's good.
He's great. I just can't understand what he's saying most of the time.
Okay, yeah.
So I try to text him as much as possible. But he's kind of cute. He like stopped by today because like.
Oh, he's younger?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Like he's like cute and in like an adorable way.
Oh, okay, got you.
He was like trying to have a conversation with me and it was funny.
The first super I had in New York was one of the happiest guys I've ever met. And I was just like, damn, you're like a super in New York. And like, he always has like the best attitude.
Good for him.
Yeah, he was really cool.
Need more supers like that.
Yeah, I know. I feel like my super, we haven't really needed our super much, which says a lot, I feel like, about our apartment. Because, like, our building is over 100 years old. And, yeah, it's got shit wrong with it, but everything works. Like, you know, we haven't really had to call the super for much. And that's nice.
Yeah, there's a few things that I want him to look at, but, like, I want to do it once I, like, finish unpacking.
Yeah, settle in.
Which I'm kind of close to doing. I should have been unpacked by now, but so hard.
I mean,
I like can't even walk into my kitchen.
Oh yeah, well, the kitchen is tiny, to be fair.
It's so tiny. So tiny. Yeah, I don't even know how I'm going to begin to unpack that. I have like 3 giant massive boxes that are all dedicated to kitchen stuff in that tiny ass kitchen. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Might be giving some stuff away.
Yeah. It's not like I cook anyways. But like me and my ex used to cook a lot. So like now I have a lot of shit to cook with. Cheers.
Well, I just... the vibe today just feels like a little sad. But like...
It's a little sad.
Stop, it's okay.
It's like a sad zen though. Like I feel zen.
Yeah.
I'm also high. So.
Oh, yeah. No. It's fine. It's like, we all have these days.
Everybody has those days.
Everybody makes mistakes. I think on the first episode we sang that song.
Yeah. I don't even know if that was actually the lyrics, but it's fine.
Everybody has those days. Okay, now I'm questioning. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. You put yourself here at such a precarious location, and I'm so nervous. Thank you.
I was treating it as a coaster, but...
It's okay. That thing's ruined.
Yeah, this thing is kind of messed up.
Thanks. Insult my furniture.
Sorry, I didn't mean to sound that dramatic. It's really not that bad.
It's okay. It was $25 from Walmart.
$25?
Yeah.
How much do they make it for? Whoa. I haven't been to Walmart in a minute.
I miss it.
I took a class in college that said how bad of a company they are. So.
Oh, yeah. It's a terrible company. But, like,
yeah.
I don't know. Walmart has a special... Want to hear my Walmart story?
Yeah.
When I was in, I think, like, high school, my best friend, we went to Walmart together. And she would steal from there all the time. Mm-hmm. And she would always do the stealing, and I would always, ask her to steal certain things for me. So I was, like, just as bad as she was. She was just doing the actual act. Mm-hmm. And I remember one time we got caught at the Walmart that was, like, walking distance from my place. So we were there all the time. And they took us, it was like the secret shoppers stopped us before we left and then took us into their little secret lair, which was just like a closet essentially.
Secret shoppers? Are they really like
they
disguise?
They dress normally and then they see you do it and then you get in trouble.
Wow.
Yeah.
How was their little lair?
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah. They like dumped out her purse and like made us feel so embarrassed by what we stole and like were so shitty to us, and they were like, if we ever see you here again, we're calling the cops right away. And then my mom picked us up, and she was like, why the fuck would you guys get caught? She was just inconvenienced because she had to drive all the way to Walmart. I was like, I'm so sorry.
That's so funny. Imagine the high they get on catching people like that. Just like that. Oh, man.
Yeah.
I remember... when I worked in Trader Joe's, there was a lot of theft, and the high these managers got catching people.
Yeah.
It was like, nothing else mattered in the world. They were fucking like CIA agents.
Yeah. One time, I used to have a fake ID in college. And honestly, the place that I would use it the most was Applebee's.
I feel like that makes the most sense because, yeah, they probably don't give a shit.
Well, I mean, they do. They like had an entire binder in the back of like what every ID looked like in every state, so that way they could
Really?
like compare it. Yeah. It was,
But
like,
you
a
still
big
got
thing.
away with it?
Yeah, I mean, my fake ID was pretty good,
Okay.
I would say. It was like Ohio. And
What was your fake name?
it was still my name.
Oh,
like it was my name and my photo, and they got made.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
thought you some people changed the name. It's like same photo but different name.
No, I think it was my name still.
Okay. Or I'm just thinking of Superbad. Remember in Superbad?
Yeah.
He chooses McLovin. Mm-hmm. But yeah. Okay. Sorry. Go on.
But I remember one time I left my wallet at Applebee's, and I called the next day and I was like, "Is my wallet there?" And they were like, "Yeah." And then I went in to go pick it up, and then the manager comes out and she like pulls me aside and like grabs me by my elbow, and she's like, "I had to go through your wallet to see whose wallet it was, and I saw your alternative identification card in there, and if I ever see you come in here with that card again, I'm calling the cops." And I was just like, "Okay." And then I kept going back.
God damn. Using the card?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. Well, I had a friend that worked there, so
Okay.
yeah.
Damn. It's like, man. I
My
don't
fake
know.
ID came, like, it was a blessing.
Yeah.
Honestly, because I didn't turn 21 until, like, the end, or, like, the beginning of my senior year. So, like, because I started college at 17.
Oh, wow.
So, like, yeah, I, like, would miss out on the majority of, like, going to the bars and everything.
Right.
And-
I forget how young people are when they go to
Yeah.
undergrad.
Yep. So I got one like the summer before I turned 18, and I had it for the entire time. Literally got taken away from me the night I was turning 21. I was like trying to go out for my birthday to like be there when I turned, like be there at midnight. And that was the night I got in trouble. So I just waited like another 30 minutes until it was my birthday and then went back in with my real ID.
That's like, someone getting arrested for smoking weed and then the next day it's legalized. Yeah. It's like,
What you gonna do?
sucks for you. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never had a fake ID. I was a goody two-shoes. I hated getting in trouble. It was like,
I mean, yeah, me too, but wanted to be cool.
yeah. I think I don't know. For some reason, it just felt like my whole world would just fall apart if I just got in trouble, if I just
Yeah.
did bad things.
Yeah. No, I feel that. Honestly, it was the same for me, especially because my little brother was like a terrible kid. Like, he's not like a terrible human being, but like he like was bad all the time and was always getting in trouble.
They're so sweet.
And I feel like I had to be good because he was so bad all the time, and it was like I couldn't like
compensate.
stress my mom out even more.
Right. Yeah. No, I get that. I've had a lot of friends who were just acted up as children, and I feel like I always behaved pretty well, mainly just because I was afraid of, like I said, I was just terrified of getting in trouble about anything. So I tried so hard to just follow the rules and all that shit. But it kind of made me like a little resentful, I guess, growing up, because it's just like, because I don't follow all the rules now. Like, sometimes I'm not saying I'm not committing crimes or anything, but like, it's like I feel like if I know I can get away with something small, I will do it. It's like taking a sip of alcohol on a job, like where I'm working a private party.
Yeah.
It's like that's not gonna ruin your life.
Right.
It's not. People, I feel like nobody would want you to do that if they hired you, but like at the same time, people do it all the time. Like it's okay to be a little bad, a little baddie.
You heard it here first, folks. It's okay to be a little bad.
I'm bad.
Colin, relax.
Yeah, I only want bad girls. So if you're not a bad girl, you've got to.
Can I get a definition, please?
Just someone who has tattoos and smokes long cigarettes and who sees something that's like perfectly set up and they slightly screw it up before they leave. They want, yeah.
Whoa, that's really bad.
It's really bad. Yeah. Just say like there's like a bunch of like soda cans perfectly lined up. Just
that's
move
like
it.
The worst. Yeah. That's like worse than bad.
It's worse than bad.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
How dare they?
Yeah, that's what.
That's what
me
you're
going.
into. Wow, this says a lot about you.
Yep.
Now the world knows.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
I don't know.
It's time. We have to find Colin a baddie.
A baddie. No, I can't. I feel like I've been wanting to hold the act, but like, I don't know. Sometimes I've been on dates with people, men and women, who are just not nice to the wait staff. And
oh my God, I hate that.
Yeah.
That's like it's such a huge red. As soon as I see that, I'm like, absolutely not.
Yeah. And then, or they'll like look to me, like say the wait staff did some like, maybe they didn't know know the answer to a question or something. And they look at me like, can you believe this? I'm like, yeah, I can. Because I've been a fucking server and I know what it feels like. So shut the fuck up.
Absolutely.
Like,
I hate it so much. Or when they're bad tippers.
Yes.
Don't go out if you're a bad tipper.
Right.
I'm sorry. Just don't do it.
I don't even, honestly, even if the staff wasn't super nice or good,
I still tip them.
Still tip them. Like, they're having a tough day. Like, it's not about you. People make it all about them. It's just like, well, if they're not going to, be nice to me, serving me, I'm not going to give them.
Everyone has bad days.
Oh, yeah. Everybody does. And at work, and generally everybody has a bad day at work, and that's just how it goes. And in this case, it's your job is to put a face on for people, and hospitality, and sometimes some days I've had these days where you just can't do it, and I'm like I'm exhausted. I'm tired of people verbally abusing me. Like, there's just some days where you're done with it. And so we need to, I just want to give a shout out to service workers.
Absolutely. Shout out.
You're amazing. And
love you guys.
Don't let any asshole fucking ruin your day. Like, they've ruined mine plenty. I was talking to my therapist yesterday about when I first became a server and how bad I was at it. Mm-hmm. I made so many mistakes I didn't even know I could make in life, and I spilled a mimosa down a girl's back because it fell over on my tray. I put so many orders in wrong. I've gotten yelled at because food was taking too long. It's like you learn so much at that job. Yeah. Like, it was one of the hardest years, I would say, for me. But what I took away from that was, holy shit. Like, it helps me to this day. It helps me.
Oh, yeah.
And saves my ass because of experiences I've had like 5 years ago.
Oh, yeah. I'm a much more I'm not a patient person, but I'm a much more patient person since working in the service industry.
Right. No, don't get me wrong. Like, if someone's taking forever, I will something will start to boil up.
Well, not even that. Just me dealing with absolute idiots.
I still will look into coffee shop jobs once in a while to see if it's worth it, but most of the time it's not. And I loved being a barista.
I love being a barista. I just hate people.
Yes, I hated taking orders. They would make it so hard, and I'm just and people think coffee is so much more than it really is. Yes, there are so many different drinks, but it's all made fairly the same way. Yeah.
But people take it so seriously. If you fuck it up in the tiniest way, they freak the fuck out.
And it's just do you really know? It's
it's not that deep.
I would always have this one guy who would say that my espresso shots weren't right. And that was at that time I was working in coffee for around 5 years, and so I knew what I was fucking doing. Right. And he just kept making me re-pour these things. And I'm just bro, maybe it's your palate today. What did you eat? Something is fucking up your taste buds or whatever. Because it's just I'm doing this the same way I always do it. You know,
Right.
I'm not half-assing anything, you know. And it's just so annoying having to explain yourself to like that stupid shit, because it's like in your head it's like, this is really nothing. You're convincing
We're
yourself.
on a floating fucking rock, brother.
Right,
like,
right.
come on.
And it's like you're convincing yourself that this isn't right when is it though? It's fucking coffee. It has caffeine. It's gonna do what you want it to do. Like, sorry, I don't know. People
suck.
they can really suck.
Yeah.
And it's like, especially like here where there's like the rich of the rich, you know, and like they can really. It's just amazing their reality compared to, you know, people like us, where it's just like, you know, we're busting our asses.
Right.
And they like to think that they're busting their asses, but really it's just like, no, you're just saying yes and no to a bunch of questions. I don't think did I tell you the other day I was working a whiskey tasting. I got hired to be a bartender for that. Oh, I told you that?
I think so.
Oh yeah. It was interesting because there were millionaires and billionaires in the room.
Yeah.
But they were like kind of nice. Like I was like really surprised.
Nice.
One of them was like friends with Donald Trump, but he also like said how he understood how crazy Donald Trump is. Like he knew Donald before he ran for president, and so I was just like, okay, like this guy. He knows Donald Trump, but he knows how insane this guy is. And it was just like interesting being a fly on the wall. Like one of the guys was a CEO for 7-Eleven, or he was at some point. And I was just like, damn. And he knew Buzz Aldrin, the second guy to walk on the moon. Like, what the fuck?
Don't get Colin started on the moon.
Oh man, you don't know how hard it was for me to keep my mouth shut when he said that. Because like we were in a room full of these rich people. I'm not just gonna start talking like I'm a part of the group. Like
Right.
you know, I'm just the bartender. I'm like, yeah, fucking Buzz, what's his favorite food? Like, please tell me. You know, it was just a surreal experience because. It was a club only secluded for CEOs and VPs. Like nobody else could be a part of the club, and I'm just like, damn. And I got this off a fucking freelance app. I'm just like, damn. I got that same day too. It's like, so I woke up not knowing where I was gonna work that day, and I like ended up there, and I was just like, life's crazy.
Wild.
Life is fucking crazy sometimes.
Life is so crazy. Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I've learned. I feel like growing up, I've had resting bitch asshole face. You know, I feel like a lot of us do.
I do for sure.
Yeah, and I feel like, and a lot of people always think something's wrong with me when nothing is really. It's just how my face looks. But I'm like starting to. Try to just be conscious of it and just like not just learning how to like smile with my eyes, you know, where I'm not like smiling with my mouth, but like my eyes look happy. So
yeah,
I'm in a good mood, you know, and that has really helped working with private events and stuff because people think I would rather be nowhere else than this fucking party, even though I'm, you know, I don't
feel
give
like
a
I'm
shit.
like that at work too.
Yeah. And it just makes life so much easier because people just assume you're in a good mood and they don't.
Yeah.
It's an easier interaction with them. You know? It's crazy.
The only thing is once someone starts being like a bitch to me, I like can't help it. I'm gonna be a bitch right back.
Yo, that's an issue I've always had. It's hard.
I'm like, if you're gonna, I'm so sorry. Like, I cannot.
Yeah. No, I've definitely.
Don't be rude to your servers.
No,
Come on.
No, you shouldn't. And even if like a mistake is made, you don't know who did it, or you know, it's like I feel like everybody immediately just like targets you.
Right. Like if there's like something wrong with the food, it's like the server didn't make it.
Right. We just carried it. We just
carried it to you.
Right. And no, I've definitely been blamed many times for wrong orders when it wasn't my fault. And that sucked. But I totally understand what you're saying because when somebody has an attitude just out of nowhere, it's just like, whoa, where did this come from? Like, we were just cool. And like, why are you trying to make me feel lesser of a human than you, you know?
It's so frustrating.
It really doesn't make any sense. I have gotten better with that. Like, it's just over the years of dealing with it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I have learned to let some of it roll off my back, but there are still some moments where
same.
it ruins. Oh my God. Can I tell you a story that fucked me up? It was a freelance gig. I got hired. I don't know if I told you this. I got hired over the summer to help clean up this person. She lived in West Village, very old building, a rich neighborhood, and my job was to come help clean up after she baked a bunch of cookies or cupcakes for a party. It was this woman's assistant hired me to do this, and so all I was hired to do was clean up the kitchen. And so I get there. The doorman, it was an old elevator, so the doorman had to like go in with me and like operate the elevator. So he takes me up, and I go knock on the door. The woman opens the door, and I go, "Hi, how are you?" And she immediately goes, just 1 second. She turns, she's like, "Is anybody still in the elevator?" And she just starts yelling at this doorman. She's just like, "Why did you let this person in without calling me? Like, I don't know who this person is. This could be anybody." And mind you, she was expecting me. Like, she knew I was coming. And for like a good 3 to 5 minutes, she's wailing on this guy, and he bringing up other shit too. Just like, and there was food left in the corridor. Like, guys got to pick that up. Like, what is going on? Like, she's just like being a total asshole to this guy, and I'm in the middle of it. I'm like right there. And so the minute she stops, she's done with him. She looks at me and she goes, "Sorry, come on in." And at that moment, I couldn't shake what just happened. It really fucked with me because I hate it when a client is rude to a worker or when just someone it did not have to go that way. It really didn't. And so I walk in, she commands me to take off my shoes. I do. And then she shows me around what I need to clean. And and I start cleaning some plates, putting some things away. But over the course of 5 minutes, I could not shake this feeling of just how dare this person talk to this guy like that? And I'm assuming English wasn't his first language. So this guy, he probably moved to America later in life. He's still gathering his bearings. It's just what I pictured from what I got. And so after a few minutes, I make a decision. I'm like, I can't work for this person. I cannot do this. I cannot keep going. Because what if she starts talking to me like that? What if I fuck something up and then she just starts lecturing me? And so I quietly gather all of my things. I had some supplies. I put my shoes on and I open the door. Before I leave, I go, "I don't like how you talked to your service worker. You need to treat people with more respect." And I slam the door and I run down the stairs to the street. And I reported her on the app that I was using. I said that I didn't feel safe.
Damn.
And I immediately called my mom, and I was bawling to her in the West Village on the street, just carrying all my stupid supplies. Just why are people so mean? And it was the craziest time. And I haven't really told that story to many people.
I love it.
It was just, it really fucked me up.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's a traumatic experience, though, especially when you're in someone else's home. You feel really powerless in that situation already.
Right.
And already being a service worker, you feel powerless because of that too. So it's just so many layers of that same feeling, and that can be really tragic.
Right. And it's just with a lot of freelance, you don't know what you're walking into.
Yeah.
And so, even though most times aren't like that, it was just every once in a while you're going to get that, and it's going to be whoa.
Yeah.
this person has issues.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. Like, it's just daunting, you know? But yeah, that was an experience I will never forget. And I like to think that I don't know, I hopefully made her think about her actions. But who knows, you know?
Who knows?
Who fucking knows?
People are stubborn.
How are you feeling? You seem like zen.
I
feel like you're stoned.
Yes. It's also like that part of the night, you know, and just like I cried today, you know, so I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm still existing. Also, we were talking about like work, and then I was thinking about this guy who was kind of shitty the other day, but he ordered mozzarella sticks, and then I was thinking about how good mozzarella sticks sound right now, and I feel like every single time we're sitting here, I just want mozzarella sticks.
I did.
So
Well,
bad.
they're good. Should we call it a night?
What do you think?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, I feel like we're both pretty tired. I had a long day. Unless there's anything else you want to say.
Did we get deep enough in this episode? Is there anything we need to get deep about?
No, I feel like we got deep. Well, like, it was about, like, serving and, like, shit, you know? I feel like I always just like talking about that and how shitty it can be. And I just like to educate people on how...
Get educated, little bitches.
Yeah. Just
Come
like,
on.
just don't be a dick.
Yeah. Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
How dare they?
I know.
People suck.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we can end it here.
Okay.
It was nice knowing you.
Yeah, you too. I'll see you in the next life.
I hope so.
I'm sure. I'm still reading that book about where there's a bunch of different realities. And so I'm sure there's other realities where we know each other.
Did you tell me about this book?
Yeah, Midnight Library.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's a good book.
Nice.
Almost done with it.
Ooh. I started a new book today.
Nice.
I got like pretty deep into it. I like the way that the writer writes. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah. And then they said something cool about the moon, and I was like, yeah, fuck me up with that shit.
Anything with the moon's great.
I'm a little slut for the moon.
Yeah.
That's why I got her tattooed on me. Love you.
That's why we tell me you love me?
No, the moon.
Oh, the moon. Okay. Yeah. Peace. Love you, moon. All right.
On that note.
On that note.
Yeah. See you in the next one.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.